And now for our feature presentation.
Welcome, everybody, to Simon vs. the Podcast. I'm your host, Simon. Along with me, as always, I have Ethan.
Hello.
And the vampire himself, Sod.
Hello.
Yeah.
That was more of a goblin, I apologize.
So, today we have Sod's selection, which are always so much fun.
We have History 2025 being his first.
We have Vampire City, released in 2009, directed by Wolf Morrison, starring Wolf Morrison, and other people who would go on to do nothing. Now,
Yes.
I think from now on, I'm going to be adding the synopsis of the film. So let me just read that out.
On Letterboxd.
IMDb. Well, it's the same thing, yeah.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Rock and roll vampires from hell. The search for the murder of his father leads Robert Van Helsing to Vienna. There he meets Count Dracula. The beautiful girls, Pia and Isabel.
Yes, they had names.
I didn't know they had names. I guess I was. Together they are fighting against the evil vampire queen, and that's all you get for plot, which there really isn't one. They sort of do that.
There is no story to this movie.
I have something to bring up. The movie is called Vampire City. You maybe see about 6 vampires. But 2009, there was another vampire film that came out. And it just so happened that movie and the city in that movie was filled with vampires. Do you know which movie I'm referring to?
I'm thinking the Fright Night remake.
No, you're wrong.
Oh, okay.
It was called Daybreakers.
Oh, that was
starring Ethan Hawke and Willem Dafoe.
That's the one where, like, vampires, like, control the world and, like...
Yeah, vampires, like, the vampire disease has taken over and they're running out of blood.
Yeah, and, like, blood is being, like, served in, like, a thick shake from McDonald's and...
like a Starbucks more.
Stuff like that.
It's like blood bank coffee shops, yeah. But they've, like, overpopulated and they've eaten pretty much all the humans.
So there's some biting satire there, I see.
I guess. I enjoy it. A lot of people don't, but I like it.
It looks like something...
It's good.
It looks very interesting to me.
It's fun, you know? Dark, it's gritty, it's 2009. The end of an era.
Yeah, but now we got
Anyways,
this movie.
Yeah, so Saad, please, this is your pick.
All right.
Your grand
please,
pick.
Yeah, please lead us through this.
Sure thing. So right off the bat, this movie just kicks off with a man walking, well, not even just a man and his friends going to a bar, and they just want beer, and no one will give them their fucking beer, or as they say,
my beer is not stupid!
They got fucking beer!
Get me a beer, woman!
Yeah, but this woman won't get him his beer. So this scene sort of encapsulates what the whole movie's going to be like, where it's just like nothing really makes sense. You have no context for anything. So we later learn that this lady is the vampire queen, and yeah, they just, I guess, turn them. It's a really weird how, like,
he bites the one guy in the tummy.
Yeah, but then we get a terrible, like, overlay of just blood as they're being bitten.
Yeah. He only had the one stock blood overlay.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because I guess these guys have turned and they get up, but he still wants his fucking beer.
And she just gives him a shot of blood.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. But then we get the title that no real vampires were hurt during this movie.
It's good to know that they were able to make a film without hurting any real vampires.
That is
cool. Yeah, it's very funny.
Vampire rights are very, very, very just hard.
VLM?
Yeah, vampire lives matter, my friend.
Yeah.
But now because that scene is just like the first minute. Because then we cut to our leading man, who's also the ride director, Wolf Morrison. and he just blows up the Hollywood sign,
I used to be big Hollywood star.
which I don't know if it's true. I'm assuming it isn't, but
He looks so delusional. Who knows with this guy?
I don't-
That's another thing. He's very delusional. But he's
The plot doesn't make any sense, so whatever characters say probably isn't true.
don't hold much weight to him. Yeah. But even this opening scene, it feels so out of place. It feels like there's like 5 different opening credits within like the first like 4 or 5 minutes. It takes like so long for me to get going. It'll be like one thing, and then it's more, credits. Oh, and then more credits. It's like okay, when's the movie gonna start?
The movie's only
Five
actually
different
about an
openings.
hour long. So the opening credits are about 5 minutes. The ending credits are about 5 minutes.
yeah.
Yeah.
It definitely feels like they were like just stretching for time throughout this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Wolf
It's-
Morris.
It's strange because it's like, oh, I don't have enough plot to fit in this movie, yet I have enough plot to make a fucking direct sequel.
But even this movie doesn't have any plot for the most part. There's only like really a total of 3 scenes that feel like they have anything to do with like the actual story.
But the problem is he had an idea. It's like, what if Van Helsing and Dracula teamed up to kill a vampire queen, which I'm pretty sure has been done before.
Yeah.
But then he's like, oh, I don't actually know how to write and fill this into a movie. So I'm just going to do whatever I can think of. Because the plot of this film, or the base plot, Van Helsing and Dracula team up to fight another vampire, contradicts what he does with the rock and roll stuff. It's like you can't do both of them. You have to choose this to be a full-on comedy or this action thing about them teaming up. It doesn't work together.
I mean,
It might, but he doesn't have the ability to do that.
you need like a good director with like style and a vision to like pull off like an action comedy with like that premise, because you could probably do that with like
Yeah, well, 2009 Vienna, he's filming on his potato camcorder.
digital
A
cam.
digital
And
camera.
it's like half the quality of an AVGN video from 2009.
It's in
That's
480p.
pretty-
This whole movie's in 480p.
Yeah, check
Yeah.
that. I said this before,
I'm
I'll say it
surprised-
again. This looks like a 2006 porn on a website. And
Yeah,
that's
it does.
exactly what
It
this film
looks
looks
like
like.
extremely low budget porno.
Yeah.
I'll be fair.
Like,
there are
I-
scenes of this that remind me a lot of Inland Empire. It gives off the same bad vibes.
Yes. Well, I'm glad you mentioned that because I looked at his IMDb trivia page because believe it or not, he does have trivia on him. He named his like, favorite filmmakers and David Lynch being one of them. Like, oh, okay, there we go.
I have a
that makes
question.
sense.
Okay.
In Inland Empire, did David Lynch turn his living room into a restaurant to save money?
No.
Yes.
Well,
He actually
No,
got
He
actual
would-
houses.
Lynch would have saved quite a bit of money if he did that, like our friend Wolf here.
I mean, Wolf
I'm gonna
is
look up his inspirations.
Wolf is very much like Robert
That's a good friend.
Rodriguez, except without the talent.
Yeah, he's a big fan of David Lynch, Francis Ford Coppola, Jim Jarmusch, Orson Welles, and Robert Rodriguez. That's the list. So it's funny he does mention Robert Rodriguez.
The other part where he differs from Roger Rodriguez is he doesn't have any famous friends.
Yeah, Tarantino a lot. Yeah,
Well, speaking of
Yeah,
like,
he's not friends with George Clooney.
yeah.
what, Antonio Banderas and
Yeah, he's not
Mhm.
friends with Antonio Banderas, George
Salma
Clooney, Bill Paxton.
hmm
Anybody who cameoed in Spy Kids 3, he's not friends with.
hmm
But it's funny that we mentioned Tarantino and Rodriguez. 'Cause did you notice like one of the credits and like the opening titles?
Yes, Robert Tarantino.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Robert
that's another
Tarantino.
David Jones film.
I don't think that's a
I
real
looked at
name.
another film he did.
I don't think it's
I
a
was
real
so
name.
confused
It
what you said.
sounds like a fake name to me. It just sounds
Probably.
like my two favorite directors, Robert and Tarantino. We'll just put them together and just pass it off in this movie because I don't want anyone to know I did this.
I wouldn't put it past him to actually have that.
Maybe that's his porn name.
What, Robert Tarantino?
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah,
That's his
Robert
stage name.
Tarantino.
Yeah.
He thought, yeah, he just assumed that that was the type of production he was getting into once he like sort of set up.
He thought he was gonna be like foot fucking actresses on set, so that's the name he chose.
Yeah, but then he realized that the director and writer was going to be doing that stuff mostly, and he had to just.
Usually with these movies, there's some kind of nudity. There's no nudity in this.
Well, yeah, there's
no whatsoever.
I mean, usually to fill time, there's some kind of nudity, but
he does take off his shirt a few times.
Well, he does.
A lot.
Yeah.
He
does. Because I guess, like...
So if you're into Wolf Morrison, this is the film for you.
Yeah, because when I first saw this, like, this was just some background. I saw this on Ethan's recommendation, like, a while ago.
Yeah.
And when I first saw it, I thought it was, like, a collection of, like, skits they did on his YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, there's no, like, continuity or scene progression in this movie. Like, nothing feels like it has a flow at all.
It's just disoriented all over the place, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, back to the, I guess, plot. Because right after that whole thing where Wolf blows up the Hollywood sign, I'm just going to keep on calling him Wolf throughout this whole movie. Because that's why I wrote down my notes.
You're not going to refer to him as the Lord of Darkness Dracula?
Well, he plays two roles in this movie, which we'll get to.
Well, you need to refer to him as Wolf Robert Van Helsing Dracula.
No, I'm not doing that. That's too much for Vampire City. It's too much effort.
Vampire City!
Where the grass
Now,
is
if it was
green,
AVGN, he would have had the guitar guy write a whole song called Vampire City!
Yeah, there would have been, like, something funny actually happening here.
To be fair, the AVGN movie is probably about as bad as this, so...
I haven't seen the AVGN movie. I just got repelled by that because of the word of mouth.
It's pretty bad. It's not good.
But I'm assuming it's more competent than this.
Not really, no.
Oh, okay. But yeah, right after that whole thing with the Hollywood sign, we still haven't got to the opening credits, by the way. Because Wolf just goes to the sky. Sorry?
That's exactly what I'm saying. It takes like 5 different opening scenes. It takes way too long to get going.
Yeah,
there's a scene where he fights the vampire randomly, which never comes up again.
It's a random vampire, which I guess you need in, like... Because if like an actual director and writer was, like, making this movie, you need that scene where you, like, establish, like, the vampire hunter and what he does. Kind of like in
the film Renfield, which came out just this year.
I was thinking more of Vampires, the John Carpenter movie.
Well, I guess, yeah, Vampires literally opens with the best part of the film.
Yeah, with them hunting vampires and, like, what
is them actually hunting. Like, the opening of the film Vampires is fantastic. The rest, you can decide for yourself. But the opening is fantastic. You couldn't ask for a better opening to a film called Vampires.
Yeah, that is true. But yeah, right here, after Wolf kills off this vampire with just a gun, it's not really like a clever way of killing vampires. He just shoots them. But he just directly...
The gun that he doesn't get until the end of the film?
No, he has the gun in this scene.
So this scene takes place later.
That's another thing with this movie. The timeline.
Is there time skips? I was confused watching half of this because you can't fucking tell what dialogue they're saying because the audio leveling is dog shit.
Yeah, but there are moments that feel like there are time skips throughout it.
And he adds music in. You can't hear anything when the fucking music is playing either.
Yeah.
He's trying to give exposition. It's like ding dong, ding dong.
It's just random sounds. It's not even really music. But yeah, Wolf directly tells the audience that, oh, I'm a vampire hunter, I've come to Vienna, and I'm just going to avenge my father's death. And that's basically the only context you get.
It's not his father.
Oh, yeah.
It's his father.
Yeah, his father.
His father.
Because Wolf couldn't decide on what accent he wanted to do for this movie.
He turns Irish whenever he says that word. Then again, nobody in this film can say the word father.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but then we get the opening titles, and I just want to ask your thoughts on the music of this opening title sequence.
It's it's pretty upbeat, I guess.
Yeah,
it's not particularly memorable. Like,
I can share my head right now.
To me, it just prepares you for, like, a descent into insanity, which is this movie.
It's sort of like the opening to Quigley. It feels like a family film is about to start.
Yeah, but throughout this, like, opening title sequence, we just, like, get random shots of Vienna, along with, like, some poor, unfortunate souls who are just enjoying their day, and are now forever immortalized in this movie they didn't even know.
And Walker waves at the camera. Do you see that?
Yeah, there was
one of them sees the camera and waves at it.
I guarantee he was just walking around. He probably just looked like a tourist.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, we get some, like, living statue performers, at least. So that's kind of cool, I guess.
There's more stock footage in this than I thought there would be.
Yeah.
Or maybe less, I don't know.
Yeah, but after that, we get, ladies eating spaghetti. That's the only thing I wrote down.
Extra garlic spaghetti.
Yeah, but at first,
that's pretty much the scene.
For this scene, you think, like, oh, they're at their house. They're just enjoying some spaghetti at one of their, like, at their house. They just invited one of them just came
And they're
over.
not at a house, they're at a restaurant.
That's what I thought, though, but... Then,
no, it's a restaurant.
No, yeah, it's revealed that it is a restaurant, but, like, just by looking at it, it looks like a house.
It's definitely his house. But he made it look like a restaurant to save money.
He didn't even really make it look like a restaurant at all, though.
He put like 3 tables in there, some chairs.
Yeah, but there's like no one else in the house. It's just restaurant. Sorry.
Okay, it says in the end credits, it's like the flirty bartender. Was there? I don't remember a fucking bartender.
Well, there was a
in the movie.
cashier.
Was he cut
there was.
from the film?
No, there was a
No, he was like, he was being gay with them, and then both Morrison told like, fuck you.
I wrote that exchange down in my notes, and I'll just read it out now.
Good.
Because I think this one exchange just captures, like, almost every scene in this movie. Okay, I'll just read it out now.
Okay.
Have you seen a big, tall guy dressed in black? Oh, I could be anything you want me to be, honey. Fuck you. Anytime, anywhere. And that's the scene.
You.
Like, that's... It's...
people.
It's pointless. But yeah, so the two ladies are having their spaghetti, and just a random guy walks in,
the only guy who put some effort into his outfit.
Honestly, I think that guy is the best actor in the whole movie. He
looks like somebody... He looks like a guy from a Blade film, which is impressive.
It looks like he had, like, actual makeup.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that's where the budget went.
Yeah, just for him. But he comes
into his character development.
He comes in and just licks their hands. But then the lady one just said, oh, I put way too much garlic on my spaghetti just because I love so much garlic on my spaghetti.
He does like the vampire hands too. He goes,
yeah, he does it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I thought he was gonna get up and start doing the fucking Thriller.
That would have been something they would have done in this movie. That would have been something.
He just thrillers out the door.
With the musical parts of this movie, like it's like musical bits, it would fit in this movie. I wouldn't even question it.
Okay, so like,
then
after that, where Wolf just comes into the same restaurant and just joins the same
Van Helsing Wolf.
Or no, Robert Van Helsing, but I'm just calling him Wolf because.
Well, the main character, whatever.
Main character man.
Well, so just say Wolf Helsing and then Wolfula.
Well, okay, so Wolf Helsing comes in, meets all the girls we just met, and like here's another like weird trait of this movie where there's like constant weird, uncomfortable close-ups of Wolf Van Helsing face, which just looks so uncanny and weird.
Can we get like a slideshow, like a nice little compilation?
Yeah,
of all his facial expressions. It's gonna be like over like 60 photos, I guarantee it.
Yeah, here they go.
And then you're just like, leave the memories alone. I don't know. Okay, is this like a Vienna thing where you just walk up to women at tables and have a seat?
No,
I guess
that just happened to them back to back.
Yeah,
and it's gonna happen again.
But is it another Vienna thing where you just want to fuck the other guy? If a guy just walks up to you and like talks about spaghetti with you, you just instantly want to fuck him?
No, you don't understand because he's so handsome.
Yeah, with Morrison, yeah, he's a stud.
This is a literal line in the movie. He's like, "Do you know who that was? I think he killed my father. You are a very handsome guy."
Yeah, he like literally explains that like, yeah, I'm looking for the guy who murdered my father. And
my father.
And Lady
Do you know
One,
who killed my father?
I didn't write their names down. I just referred to them as Lady 1 and Lady 2. But Lady 1 is just like, oh, yeah, now I want to fuck you. And they just leave.
Yeah.
Not before.
Yeah, she's like, "Are you a virgin?" No, I mean yes.
Yeah.
But before that, the best scene in the whole movie happens. We get another scene where Dracula, or Wolfula, because he's also played by Wolf Morrison, it's the same actor, and he instantly gets with Lady 2, because they like they try to establish some rule that Wolfula is looking for this one lady because he saw her in a painting which was of her great grandmother, I think.
That's so fucking creepy. I hate when movies do that. You always see it in fucking vampire movies.
Yes, it's horrifying.
It's like, oh, I didn't get to fuck your great great grandma, so I guess I'll fuck you instead.
Yeah, you look like her.
Yeah.
And
like, I don't understand this in it's always in vampire films or like time traveler bullshit.
Yeah. There's some history to that. I don't know.
Lady 2 doesn't immediately call the cops. She just goes with it. But also because
Wolfula, you're a vampire? Yes.
You're immortal. I'll make you. He also says like, "I'll make you immortal as well," and she just like goes with it. There's like no reservations about this.
There's more jump cuts in this movie than Taken 3. Yes, it's incredible.
The editing is quite something.
Every time a character talks, it's like, cut.
Yeah, the audio's all weird.
This character's talking, cut. Cut, 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 cut.
Like, there's no one talks like to each other within the same scene. It's very shot, reverse shot, shot, reverse shot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Sod, can we get a cut counter in like the top right?
No, we would be hit. You cannot count this. that
go back and like tick, 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 tick. You'd be like
the talent
in an insane asylum room where it's like counting the days.
Yeah, it'll be all over the room, all over my bedroom. I would be like off crying in a corner.
So he takes that chick to his lair.
Well, before that he reveals to her that he's actually a rock and roll vampire, which is very important, but not really, because nothing matters in this movie.
No. That's what I'm saying. Like, he should have went all in on that aspect.
What, like the rock and roll vampire?
Yeah, because why even bring it up then if you're only going to use it like maybe twice?
I mean, like, I was thinking of like some ways you could like make it work, like maybe have him like play songs. Like there's even like a joke.
Play guitars would work.
There's like like having like his professional life where like by day I guess he's like a big rock star or something, and by night
he just wants to be a hex girl, is what you're telling me.
Yeah, he wants to be one of the hex girls from Scooby-Doo.
I'm gonna put a spell on you.
Wasn't there
make you do what I want you to?
And not Witch's Ghost, but there was another Scooby-Doo movie where they went to Australia.
Yeah, it's literally called Scooby-Doo and like the Vampire or something.
Yeah, that happened. I remember that one.
Yeah.
After that, we get the worst sex scene ever filmed.
The funniest I've ever seen. Because they don't show anything. It's just like stock footage and going,
They use the
fireworks going off.
They use the same audio clips of just like,
yeah.
Like the scene in MacGruber where he's fucking Maya Rudolph on the tombstone, and he's like, she's like,
It's that, but unironically, it's amazing. Yeah.
And then it ends with like a fountain, so it's like, did he piss in her? Because a fountain's like a constant, like I would associate with like peeing, not ejaculating.
I don't
like
know.
The fireworks, sure, but like the fountain. He had to clear his urethra afterwards.
Well, that brings up the question.
So he doesn't get an
does
infection.
Wolf know how sex works or ejaculation?
No, he was a virgin.
Talking about Zoe in the room. He doesn't know what a vagina is. Yeah.
Also, maybe he's a vampire. I don't know yet.
Oh, I was gonna bring that up.
Yeah, it's odd. He's like the Austrian Tommy Wiseau.
Except he didn't make it like Tommy Wiseau.
Yeah, Vampire City will never be as popular as The Room. And to be fair, The Room actually isn't complete potato quality.
The Room had some actually talented people like behind the scenes who were just doing the best they could. Well, this I just assume is just Wolf running around with his camcorder.
Oh, he did everything.
Yeah, he did. But after that, they just say, oh, we gotta go kill Dracula. Or Wolfula. And then that leads into the next scene where they just instantly know where
Are you making pizza? No, I'm hunting vampires.
Oh, that scene as well where... I forgot about that.
When is this? Is this a scene where it's like... Are you gay? No.
No, that's right after the scene where Wolf Van Helsing and Wolfula make a deal where...
Oh, okay.
Wolfula...
You should put that clip in, though, because it's pretty funny.
Okay, yeah, here it is.
You have another woman?
No.
You are a woman?
No. Sometimes I'm a little bit aggressive.
And there it goes. But yeah, Wolfula...
Like, I literally just watched this, and I can't remember the fucking plot because...
There is no plot.
It's so jumbled.
As I said, this movie is
like,
I
can't even discern a timeline out of what happened because it's so all over the place.
Don't worry, I have it all written down.
Like, Memento is more cohesive than this.
Oh, God.
I tried to structure his movie. And Wolf, and no. It's whatever's on the table, I guess.
Because this isn't really a movie, it's an experience.
It's experimental cinema.
Yeah, it's very experimental. But Wolfula and Wolf Van Helsing make a deal where Wolfula's gonna help Wolf Van Helsing find the guy who killed his father.
His father. Did you kill my father?
Then we get one of my favorite lines.
I didn't kill your father. And I'll hold my ring up to you.
Yeah, that's another thing. Just Wolfula has a ring that does whatever the movie wants, I guess. Like, there's something about how it's the power of rock and roll, but whatever. But here we get, like, one of my favorite lines in the movie, just because of how, like, ironic it is, where Dracula explains why so many vampires are in Vienna. And he just says, because the people are so weird that they wouldn't see the difference between a normal person and a vampire. And that's just pretty...
Fuck Vienna!
Well, we get his Vienna rant later. But then never mind, because we cut to our two villains who are just in a room just talking about how they're gonna rule the world. But the movie has no interest.
Original Lady Demiscu.
Yeah,
Demisib.
Well, not even she's not a tall vampire lady.
Demistrescu.
Ethan, I got a question for you now that we're on the topic of like vampire ladies.
Yeah.
Would you want the vampire queen from Vampire City to step on you?
Yeah,
she looks kind of dirty though, you know. Like she's been around the block.
Yeah,
I mean,
why not?
She at least has contacts in. She has contacts lenses in, so
yeah, she looks like fucking.
They tried.
Yeah, what her split mouth throat.
She was like the only other person in the film dressed up.
Yeah, like just very like Halloween vampire.
Mm-hmm.
But after that, we get a song. With the first of many songs.
Yes. The rock and roll Dracula.
Well, it's not even a
which
rock
is
and roll.
More like how he is.
No, I know, because that's what I was saying. There's like no actual rock and roll in the film. It's all like acoustic.
I mean, there is an electric guitar later on.
Yeah, but he plays it like it's an acoustic. He doesn't actually... Like, it's not plugged into an amp.
Mm-hmm.
He's just playing it as is, which kind of sounds like dirt.
Yeah, but the thing about this first, like, musical number, like, it's cutting between, like, Wolfula playing the guitar and singing, and Lady 2 drinking some wine. And, like, because Wolfula, this is another thing about this movie where, like, continuity just is non-existent, because Wolfula...
Bro did whiteface.
Oh. I mean, that was probably the best makeup they could get on, like, Wolf's face, to be honest. But it's cutting between, because this scene is like cutting between Wolfula playing the guitar and Lady 2 drinking wine, but Wolfula is like in his like flat or house or something, and Lady 2 is back at the restaurant.
Well, which is also his house.
I don't think, because it's supposed to be two separate rooms, because later on when she gets kidnapped by the vampire king very easily, he walks in the front door, so... It's just like, what?
Hey, man. I wasn't on set.
Well, it's just like basic
I
continuity.
was.
I wish I was too, just to see this.
Yeah, so I could get like everything.
What continuity? Yeah. The ending of this movie makes no fucking sense.
There's no ending. It just stops.
This fucking movie ends like it's a YouTube video. It's like, hey guys, Wolf Morrison here, aka Van Helsing. And Dracula coming at you again to tell you that there's going to be a sequel. That's how it fucking ends.
Yeah, but after just... Well, because here we get sort of some, I guess, slight plot progression where Wolfula just says, oh, Moloch is, or the Vampire King and Queen are like the only evil vampires in the world. And vampires are all actually pretty cool. It's just those two that are assholes.
We vampires, you see, we're good people. We just need some of that virgin blood every once in a while. A wink, wink.
Yeah, but aside from that, we're pretty cool. But then we get another point.
The thing is, like, he tells Wolf Helsing, "I'll help you find the person who killed your father. I know who did it." And then he doesn't tell him who fucking did it until like 20 minutes later in the film.
No, until like the very end of the film.
Well, no, he tells him like 20 minutes later, and then they're like, they go and do that thing, and then they sort of fail. And then they succeed, sort of.
That's at the very end of the movie, though. There's like another 30 minutes of just
That's what I'm saying.
skits.
Like 20 minutes later is the end of the fucking film.
Yeah, but we're missing out on so many skits, though.
Yeah, like, but who cares?
A point. Don't you remember the scene where one of the vampires, like girls or slaves, comes to kill Wolf, but fails?
That also didn't make any sense because she comes in. He's like, "Hey, how's it going?" And then she leaves.
Well, no, because he has the anti-vampire spray that isn't established until now.
No.
One safer-looking thing that his dad gives him, I think.
Well, he doesn't get that until later too.
Yeah,
or maybe it was a flashback. I don't know.
But just no telling.
But after he gets kicked in the balls, he needs to... Well, this is the moment where you said you checked out, Simon. Where he visits the brain of Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I checked out mentally. It's like you can be watching something, but you're like in a state of mind where nothing is registering. After this scene, that's why I don't remember anything that's fucking going on. Is because of this scene right here. So you can explain it and I'll just get mad.
Okay,
so go ahead.
Wolf just says that he can't do this because everything that's happening is so weird and crazy. Isn't this movie so wild? Whoa. And Arnold
Whoa.
And so what do we mean?
Yeah. But yeah, he goes to visit the brain of Arnold Schwarzenegger for advice, and he explains like how weird and wacky this whole movie is. But the brain of Arnold Schwarzenegger is just like... Oh, you've never seen an Arnold Schwarzenegger film, then?
You've never seen one of my films, have you? Well, you stupid fucking bastard.
He doesn't even do, like, a good, like, Arnold impression, which is, like...
No, he just does his own voice.
He doesn't try.
No,
yeah, he doesn't try at all.
Country accent, though. He tried something, but it's completely wrong.
Well...
Because everyone could do an Arnold voice.
They could at least
try.
I can do it. I got a cigar in my frontal lobe.
It doesn't even have to be like a good one.
He didn't even fucking put any googly eyes on it.
No, he put some glasses on it though.
Is there not like a dollar store in Vienna?
I don't know. I've never been to Vienna. Or maybe it really is Vampire City. I don't know.
It must be. No dollar stores. He can't even get a skeleton that's to scale.
That's the very next scene where Wolf is just like, "Oh man, I really miss my father who's dead. Let me go talk to him right now."
You need to
He's
put
behind
like
a DVD
screenshots.
shelf.
Yeah, you need to put screenshots of everything up that we're talking about because it just sounds. Well, it is utter nonsense, but it sounds even stupider trying to like talk about it.
Yeah, but it is. You can disagree with me, but I find this movie fascinating.
I do too. I want to watch all Wolf Morrison's movies now because they're on his YouTube channel. I found that out. And I might like watch another one like soon.
Because
I'm thirsting for more.
If you looked at this like movie like as a movie, which like sounds great, I know, but if I couldn't like stop thinking like I would have found this movie like really cute and endearing if like a 10-year-old made it, if like a small child made it. Then
Or like a YouTuber.
Well, not even a YouTuber. Or maybe like in the early 2000s, like 2005 or 6. Like we're talking like the infancy of YouTube. Like
Everything just looks like terrible AVGN.
Yeah. But like the thing is, like a small child didn't make this. A fully grown man did. So you're just sort of left wondering like, what's wrong with this man's brain?
No, the thing is,
mind.
Well, we live in a time where, well, not so much in 2009, but my point will still be the same. We live in a time where more people can create things, like create movies and animations and stuff, because the technology is more readily available and such.
Which is a good thing.
I'm not done, shut up.
Okay, sorry.
Just because you have the ability to doesn't mean you should.
I disagree, because then we wouldn't have this movie.
Exactly. That's why I don't have it. My rating is like is bad, but it's not that bad because I am glad it does exist and that we're talking about it right now. And the fact Wolf Morrison, he put himself out there. Like, we could like say this or that about the movie, but he put himself out there. I respect him for that at least.
We get a compilation of Simon telling Saw to shut up.
Oh, we'll be here all day.
That'd be a lot.
It would probably be a solid 10 minutes.
That would be like the best of episode, like later down the line.
Yeah, just a shut up, cut that, shut up.
But yeah, he goes to his dad, who's just by the DVD shelf, where we see, well, we can't even really see it because it's in 480p, but we see Wolf's DVD shelf.
He did have hell to pay.
I mean, honestly, seeing his DVD shelf, I want to invite him on the podcast just so we can talk.
He just writes that. Yeah, I want him to the podcast to give us like extra details on the behind the scenes of this movie.
Yeah, like what was going on and what everyone was thinking.
But I went through his mind. Yeah, I want to dig and live in his brain and go through all his memories of life. I just this man, I don't know what it is about him.
You want to do
like if he did listen to this, he probably wouldn't want to come on.
Yeah, even though.
Well, I hope he does listen because he's on YouTube. His last upload was like 8 months ago. So he's like somewhat kind of active. So I hope he comes across this video. And Wolf, if you're listening, I love you. I think you're you seem like a good fellow, a good cinephile. You know.
Yeah.
I feel like if he put his energy into like pure comedy,
he'd be good. Like if he did an absurdist comedy, which this movie definitely has. If he just did like skits on YouTube, I'm sure I'd enjoy it.
I mean, he's a better actor than like Kenneth Branagh.
Yeah, he has that at least.
Like if it was Wolf Morrison in Wild Wild West, it'd probably be about the same.
I think it would add like a new level of like absurdity to it. He would like.
Well, I do say it was me who killed your father.
Yeah, but after the DVD shelf bit, we just get another conversation between Wolfula and Wolf Van Helsing, where it's just they make a joke how, oh, it's the same actor playing us. How crazy.
Hey, you look a lot like me. I don't know what I look like because I can't see myself in the mirror.
That's another joke they make later on, but it's not even really clever at all. It's just kind of, it's more like just, hey, this is something a vampire does or do. Whoa. But then whoa. But then after that we get an action scene where like the same guys who wanted their fucking beer come back in the spaghetti restaurant, and they just get attacked by some random vampire who's never...
It was the same. It was the same vampire from the beginning of the film.
No,
the one that helped the vampire queen. No, it's the same one.
I don't think it is though.
No, it's the one dressed as the. I can't say that. It's a dude. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
It's the same one from the beginning of the film.
But I don't think he or she was in the beginning of the film though.
No, I'm pretty sure it's the same transgender vampire from the beginning of the film.
Okay, well here comes the screenshot to prove that one of us is right.
Me.
Okay, or maybe it was me. We don't know at the moment.
I doubt it. No.
Well, place your bets, ladies and gentlemen.
If you're right, the episode's not coming out.
Okay, fair enough. That's fair. But yeah,
The Lost episode.
Yeah, the fact that it would also be Vampire City would just make it even more cursed. It's like
so nobody would know this movie exists. It's like 11 views now. So like, we're promoting this movie too.
We might get one more view than people who have logged it on Letterboxd.
Yeah.
But our hero, as the vampire is attacking these people, Wolf comes in to save the day with some copies of like terrible Dracula
vampire
movies.
Yeah.
Which I guess would be...
He should have had a DVD copy of Vampires.
And they all just sit down and watch it. That would be a funny scene.
They'd be like, hey, the opening of this movie is pretty good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll get to that bit later, which you two probably know to see I'm referring to. But yeah, we get another thing about this movie is that the vampires just occasionally speak another language. Which is basically just...
I think it's just that one guy. Because I'm pretty sure he doesn't speak English.
Well, no, he does. The Vampire Queen does it a couple of times, and can we say it's the drag vampire? Because that's what I assume it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. She talks to him as well, yeah.
Yeah. But I'm not sure if it's just German or just they're speaking gibberish, but the subtitles are so bad that they go a frame, so you can't even see what they're actually saying at this point.
Yeah. Dracula, you motherfucker, what's up?
I was like, he didn't go back and fix that? Like, it's pretty obvious.
Like, all he had to do was just drag it up. Drag the text box.
Yeah, drag it a little bit and that's it. Yeah.
But
which is strange because,
you could have done that.
Wolf, hire me as your editor.
Well, now we could have.
Yeah, but
I don't know what like German engineering editing software he was working with in 2009.
Yeah, I'm assuming it was very primitive, but there was a Spice Girls saved a day because earlier there's like a one-off joke that vampires hate spices, so they also hate the Spice Girls.
The spice. Must have the spice.
Yeah, but
that was a Dune reference.
Yeah, the David Lynch version.
Not nice the new
reference,
one.
Bro. Great reference. You're killing it.
Oh, sick reference, bro.
Yeah, everybody knows that.
Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
Sod, put that clip in.
Yeah, what, the sick reference or David Lynch and
sick
Dune?
Reference. Sick, both.
Okay.
Back to back. No, put the spice reference and then the reference.
Yeah.
Listen to me. The spice must flow. The spice has given me accelerated evolution for 4,000 years. It has enabled you to live 200. It gives the Bene Gesserit sisters the metaphysical ability to see beyond. You have superior powers. Our power to rule space is in the spice.
Sick reference, though, bro. Oh, thanks, bud. Dude, your references are out of control. Everyone knows that.
Just that one bit where David Lynch is just in Dune briefly, which is the best scene in the whole movie.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, and then we get like another scene where like the vampire queen comes to Wolf and phases through his door, which might
nobody invited her in.
Well, yeah, but I feel like a better movie would like, or a real movie for that matter, would like make a joke about them phasing through doors or do something really clever. Or have something like at the end of Lost Boys with like the whole inviting someone into their house.
in the film Renfield.
I haven't seen Renfield.
I'm just using like a more recent film because old movie's bad, new movie good.
Okay, fair enough.
So in the film Renfield, he's in like Ethan, I know it's okay. You can yell at me about it later. It's fine.
Yell at you for what? That's a great point to what you said.
Yeah.
I 100% agree.
We're not going to get into it on the podcast. It's okay. Yeah. So in the film Renfield, he's at like a support meeting or whatever. And because like Dracula is like his boss and he's his familiar. So he's at that. And then the counselor guy, he sees somebody at the door and he's like, come on in. And Renfield's like, no.
I mean, that's actually like funny. Like there's actually a playoff there. It's a play on
like
vampires.
Dracula. The only reason he was able to kill them is because he was invited in, which is a good setup.
Yeah, but back to this movie, the vampire queen just comes in and tells Wolf how great he is. And I think,
even she's like, my God, you are handsome.
Yeah, and Wolf is I think this is like the point where the movie just completely gives up on trying to have like any type of coherency. Because Wolf gets bitten here, and then some dream shit happens, which I think this is Ethan's favorite scene in the whole movie, the saxophone mouse.
You're really right about that, yeah. That and the later musical sequence, that's my sex appeal song. That's both my favorite scenes. Yeah.
You know what was great? He put the mouse in front of a green screen, but he didn't bother to green screen anything behind it.
It's just, why do it at that point?
He's like, I have a great idea. Ah, shit, I forgot to fix it in post.
Yeah.
But this is...
Mouse playing a saxophone of shades. That's my aesthetic right there.
This is the best saxophone mouse. Much better than that Hack McFarlane.
Yes.
Saxophone mouse plushies coming soon to the Simon Versus store.
Buy a copy here. Only $50. Fuck, I don't know.
It's okay. It's okay.
And you can also get like...
probably be about that much.
You can also get an Ethan plush while you're there.
Yeah.
Don't forget to Ethan plush with a little Ween t-shirt.
Yeah. I love that. Yeah, we'll do that.
No, we'd get sued. We'd get sued real hard.
That is true. Yeah.
Do like a parody Ween.
Yeah. But I'll say a parody. Yeah, like a tween. I don't know what tween.
Ween.
Yeah, queen. Yeah.
But after this like dream sequence where it's just like, oh, because here you're like, oh, Wolf gets bitten. That would be like an actual setup for something to actually happen in the movie. But then it's just like, oh no, it's just a dream. Nothing matters, idiots.
She injected dream juices.
Yeah.
She didn't suck anything out. She put some stuff in.
Yeah. So it's sort of like dream venom then?
I guess. I don't know.
We're looking way too deep into this. We're trying to like put like some sort of context where it doesn't exist. You can't like...
If he would have did like kind of like What We Do in the Shadows kind of thing.
Well, that would be like...
maybe.
You would have to be like way more clever because... What We Do in the Shadows is an incredibly funny, clever movie.
Absolutely.
Even the TV show is fantastic.
Oh, I haven't seen the show, but the movie's great.
I haven't seen it either. Yeah, I love the movie.
Yeah, it's also funny because like that movie also started off as like a short film they just made for like fun, essentially. And it did
people liked it enough, probably.
Yeah, and it did start off as like very like low budget, like shot on video, but they were clever and like knew their limitations and like what they could do and get away with.
That's the problem with a lot of these low budget movies. They don't know their limitations. They have big aspirations and ideas, but when your ideas are bigger than your capabilities, you get results like this.
Yeah. But after the stream sequence, Wolf Helsing, I swear to God, wakes up and just decides to go to Wolfula's mausoleum. Which, like, this scene isn't really, like, it has nothing to do with...
It's flat.
It has nothing to do with anything. It's just Wolf's rant about how much he hates the people of Vienna.
He says something else that's pretty funny though.
He outright just calls him fucking ugly.
He says, "Someone has stolen my schnitzel and fucked my wife."
I looked at my notes too. I can look at my notes. I wrote that down too. It's a great line.
Yeah, because that's the bit where he's just like, Wolfula's just like, oh, you have to just look very miserable and ugly.
Man, I fucking hate living here.
Yeah, I guess, Wolf, if you do see this, can I just ask, what's it like living in Vienna? Please tell me.
And have you moved yet?
Yeah, did you move or are you still there to this day?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, after that, we get another scene with the father skeleton. And like,
oh, my father.
I'm not sure, because we were talking about the timeline and like how all these events line up. Because I'm not sure if these are like, take place earlier, because it's...
No, he could have just played his father too. But put on like a rubber nose.
No, that... Because the tiny skeleton's way more wacky, Simon.
The fucking skeleton isn't to scale. It's a midget.
Yeah, it's a tiny skeleton. It's supposed to be funny. Laugh.
Like, even I have a to scale skeleton. They're like $30 on Halloween.
Yeah, well, we don't know what it's like in Vienna. Maybe they just could only get a tiny skeleton.
Yeah, we don't sell life-size skeletons here in Vienna. Too expensive.
No, too scary.
Yeah, everyone's very ugly, so they just think another person.
Yeah. But, like, this scene, it's like, acts like this is, like, the first time Wolf hears about vampires. Because he's just like, the skeleton's just like, vampires are real. And Wolf is like, oh, no way. And this is where...
Oh, shit. Are you serious, dude?
Where Wolf's father gives him,
My
like,
father.
a sword, which I
a
guess...
lightsaber.
Yeah, like one of those shitty lightsabers you would, like, find in a dollar store.
Gives him a fucking toy lightsaber.
It's not even, like, one of the good toy lightsabers. It's not even, like, one of the official ones.
No, it's, like, off-brand. Yeah.
It doesn't even
I use this to kill many a vampire. Oh, thank you, father.
But then it doesn't really matter, because he also gets a gun.
Here's also a gun. Oh my god, it's a gun. Thank you, father.
I know we were making, like, YouTube references earlier and how this feels like a YouTube video. But this, like, him getting the gun and the way he holds it just instantly reminded me of the Nostalgia Critic. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Damn, yeah, I figured you did something like that. But yeah, it's true.
Yeah, but after that we get another pointless scene where one of the vampire girls from earlier just comes in and just makes it rain inside. And Wolf
No, she's like, I am back, my old enemy. He's like, yes, you are also my enemy.
But then they're like, oh, let's make peace.
Okay, we are now peaceful.
But then she just makes it rains inside, and Wolf is just like slightly annoyed by it.
When Sod says makes it rain for the children out there, he's not talking about money. Like literal water.
Yeah. Yeah, I should have made that more clear for all
Sod, you need to... Sod, you're not hip to the languages of today.
I had to make it more clear for all the Zoomers.
Stop the cap, Sod. Bruh.
It's moments like this where we just need Lincoln on the
Wolf Morrison is a total menace, my guy.
He's based. He's Kevin W.
Yeah, based as fuck, dude.
Yeah, based hell,
Yeah.
Does Wolf have a TikTok where he's like...
Yeah, Wolf Morrison, but if you're like listening, promote your TikTok in the comments as well, please, out there for the culture.
Very ADHD with just how like it can never like keep its mind on like one thing. It just jumps around with a bunch of random skits. So he would be perfect for TikTok.
Absolutely, yeah. He's like just the attention span of Gen Z. Yeah, but this movie is for the kids, man. Like if you're like. I don't know. If you're into movies, like this is the movie to watch.
Yeah, like
if you don't like
to do when making a movie.
I'm gonna say that. I mean, like if you ever create a voice out there and you got a camera, when they get a competent editing, I guess, then go for it.
Yeah, but okay, now Wolf Van Helsing and Wolfula have a chat where Wolfula just says, oh, since I'm a rock and roll vampire, I know a bunch of famous rock and roll stars who you think are dead, but are actually rock and roll vampires like me. Like Elvis and Jimi Hendrix. Which is like that you would do like
I have the spirit of Jimi Hendrix in me.
Well, that's a layered joke, but that would be like an actual like thing. Maybe have like someone dress up as Elvis, which would be easy to do, and like do a joke like that. But yeah, here Wolfula invites Wolf Van Helsing to one of his shows where we get probably the peak of secondhand embarrassment, where he's just in his room playing guitar, and he just puts in stock footage of like random bars to make it look like he's actually playing to a big audience.
People twirling fire.
Club Dracula. Yeah, Club Dracula, I think it was called.
Yeah, that was the name of the club. But yeah,
Wolf Morrison killed it as Elvis more than Austin Butler. I'm just saying that here.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Did Wolf Morrison kill it as Van Helsing?
Yes, Wolf Morrison killed it as Van Helsing, yes. Did he kill it, Sad?
I'm not answering that question.
Why not? You're a fucking secret agent over here.
When is your solo Elvis review coming out for the channel?
Okay, I'll do... If this video gets 2 likes, I'll do a review on my other channel.
Alright, well that's 2 likes for me and Ethan.
Yeah, exactly.
There we go.
You don't count.
You can't determine who likes... You can tell.
I'll figure it out somehow. But yeah, after that second-hand embarrassment, we get a scene where Wolf has a dream where he has sex with Wolfula, which is essentially him dreaming about having sex with himself, which is only reinforced with the next scene where he watches like some other movie he made at some point and just talks about how great it is.
Well, that scene also gets really gross when it's near the ending. Or I guess the ending.
What, of the scene where he's just like talking...
Well, no, it's revealed that they're brothers, so he had sex with his brother.
Oh, yeah, that... I thought you were talking about the way he's watching the movie of himself.
No, he's into incest. He just wants to have sex with himself, too.
Yeah.
We know that, obviously.
I wonder if in the sequel he fucks his sister, who is a mummy, and his brother, who's a werewolf.
Well, no, it's revealed. No.
I mean...
Oh, yeah, it is. I forgot what was actually going on.
Did you even watch the movie? Oh!
Yeah, we got it.
I don't know how to do the Austria, but maybe that's just
We got him. Another one for the books. Another one for the Did You Even Watch the Movie compilation.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how do we feel about the scene where he's talking about some other movie he made and just talks about how amazing it is?
It's like such self-serving bullshit. Like it's not even really funny because he's like, great director, great actor, great scene.
Because you could definitely make a joke like where you say like, oh, you're the same. You played another character in some other movie. Like,
his other brother.
You could have like made some sort of joke, but here it just sort of comes across as a bit sad.
It is. It's very Tommy was so pre him in on the joke.
It makes Woody Allen and Lars von Trier seem like well-adjusted and well-rounded people. That's how like fucking delusional this guy is with his movie, his own work.
Yeah,
oh my god, they have such a great fucking actor. Holy shit, and he's like furiously masturbating. He probably was. You don't see his hands. It's only from like his chest up.
The shot looks very uncanny with him just like watching it. I don't know. It's just
holy shit. This guy is such a good actor.
Yeah, and then he ejaculates so hard directly into TV that it just smashes
more
the
fireworks,
and
fountains. Yeah.
But
if he would have managed to pull off like the ejaculation scene from Scary Movie, that would have been impressive.
We don't really need to like do it like that. You just need like, I don't know, a bottle and just a tomato sauce bottle and just spray it out that way.
Like Happiness, like Philip Seymour Hoffman Happiness, basically.
Yeah, something like that.
If you've seen that, yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah, Wolf has a couple of postcards lying around, or just posters of his other movies that he's made.
Exactly, his own movies. Yeah, he puts his own shit on his own movie posters, hangs up on his wall, which he does. Like we see that in some of the sex scenes. You see like his own movie posters on the wall.
You see these posters? One of one.
No one else has to but me. But yeah, then we get another scene where just the vampire ladies show up and like they say they're gonna take his energy, but it's just the same shot of them just like reaching out to the camera and making some like noise. And it's totally...
I will take your energy.
Yeah, but then now we get the Mr. Sex Appeal song, which I feel like
will suck your cock.
Ethan wants to talk about. Do you want to talk about the Mr. Sex Appeal song?
Why not? Yeah.
Yeah, like
I need to prepare myself.
Okay, gotta prepare for this.
I love music. Y'all know this, and I think anybody that knows me knows this. And I love watching live concerts. It's a great feeling, and it makes you feel like you're a part of that show, like you're in a special moment that everybody else is going through, essentially. And that's like the same feeling to watching this. You're watching this one guy. He could have embarrassment about himself performing in his own room and playing all these characters, but no, he does it. He does it in a way with the mouse and like the wigs and whatnot. It feels like you said a child would make it, but I think it's that childlike wonder that makes him him. I don't know. This scene, I don't know what it is about it. This scene, like, the first time I saw it, I was like everything else is already crazy enough in this movie. I was just, I don't know, I was flabbergasted. I was speechless. It included the Sun Speechless videos. That's what I felt.
Yeah, it was it left you speechless.
I am totally speechless.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, at this point in the movie, because the thing about this movie is that it's only an hour, but it feels like 3. And, like, by this point, I think all of us were checked out. I'm just assuming that we're all just wanting to stand.
No, because, like, the first time I watched it, I definitely would agree. It felt really long. I had to, like, watch it in 2 days because, like, it just felt like, it was, like, really long. But this time it felt short because I guess, like, everything was kind of familiar to me, even though there was a lot I forgot about.
I had to, like, stop the movie about 40-ish minutes in and take a shit.
Yeah, which is
it's a good laxative
move. Yeah.
Put that on the poster.
It's a good laxative. It'll help you poo.
Yeah, what
it did feel really long.
Amazing endorsement from Simon here.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, after the Sex Appeal song, we finally, like, get some sort of, like, the story actually decides to pick up where Dracula... No.
What story?
Yeah, what story? But it's like, what's Lady One and Wolf Helsing are like, okay, now we should go kill that guy who killed my father. My father, who's a skeleton now for some reason. Yeah, but...
Never explained.
Yeah, no, Wolfular's just like, oh yeah, it was Moloch, that other guy, the only guy who actually looks like a vampire in this movie. Yeah, he did it. So yeah, then they're just like, okay, we'll go kill him now. And there's only 20 minutes of the movie left. So Wolf falls down a hill, which is supposed to be a really funny moment. And
it was no hot rod, but it was okay.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Well, it's because the way he shoots it is like he's obviously just holding the camera of him like rolling down the hill, and it's just another uncomfortable, weird close-up.
Why didn't he just tape the camera to like a barrel or something?
Like, or just have someone else hold it while he falls down the hill.
Yeah.
But somehow this just leads to like the Vampire King, and then they...
He didn't want anybody else touching his camera, let's be real.
Oh, was that it? He was just
his beloved camera.
He was very weird.
He put that shit on a tripod, pressed record. He had to get up every 10 seconds to stop recording.
Hey, it's just like, I'm the director, only I can use the camera.
Only I touch the fucking button.
Only I press play. Only I press record.
Well, you can hear him in, like, the end credits saying, a cut, action.
Well, you can hear people just talking in the background throughout this whole movie.
Yeah, they're just having a fucking chat. No wonder the audio leveling is dog shit. He had to remove everyone he had to remove like the cast meeting in the back.
Oh, he didn't even do that. You can clearly hear them still though.
It's like maybe for the restaurant scenes he wanted like some chatter, but there's clearly nobody else in the restaurant, so it doesn't make any sense.
But yeah, after falling down the hill, he finally sees Moloch and is like, "Oh, I'm gonna kill you."
Moloch.
And then Moloch or Vampire King, I'm using two different names here for the same character, so I'm sorry if this is confusing. But if anything, I'm giving you the same experience that this movie is. And so the Vampire King is just like, "I didn't kill your dad." And then Wolf just instantly turns to Wolfula, who's just there. It's just like, "Oh, then obviously you did it." And then Wolfie is just like, Wolfula just has the spirit of, has the spirit of Jimi Hendrix. So it's just like, "Oh, I didn't do it and I can't be stopped." So he just leaves. But then it's just revealed in the very next scene that it was actually that vampire queen lady who killed Wolf's father.
His father.
And Wolf just,
I
guess, tries to instantly kill her with his crappy lightsaber he got from the dollar store.
I mean, he does manage to chop her head off.
But she's not dead. She's just like...
Which is amazing, because it's literally... He just throws a wig on the ground.
Yeah, and she's just like...
There's no head attached to it. It's just a wig.
Yeah. To follow up on, like, the whole Vampire King and Wolfula thing, Wolfula kills Moloch with the power of rock and roll, which isn't really rock and roll. He doesn't have a guitar or anything. He
literally just lifts up his... If he would have, like, pulled out his guitar...
And, like, played a song.
And hit him with a riff, and then, like, use some stock footage effect... Or, like, just even shook the camera and Morlock goes, "Arr!" And then explodes into, like, a green screen effect. That would have been much better than what happened.
It would have been something, because he just uses the ring, and that's it.
Yeah.
He didn't even have to play a song. He could have just hit him with the guitar.
Yeah, but guitars are expensive.
Yeah. I mean,
you can't do that.
He's very
and that would
controlling
hurt.
His camcorder, so he's not.
He doesn't have like a WWE like rigged guitar. He had to hit him with like a shoot guitar, and that would hurt.
But yeah, so now I guess the plot, or there's some sort of conclusion with that. Yeah, plot in this movie just don't...
He kills Morlock and he picks up his skull, which still has the dude's glasses on. And he looks on the side and it says made in China. "Oh, Morlock, I did not know you were Chinese."
And then you clap and laugh.
Yeah, everyone got up out of their seats
when this played
at the home theater.
No, like a live studio audience.
It is.
Everyone got off the couch and started to clap.
It's very much like
they were like, "Oh my, so brave!"
Something where it's just like he finally made his movie, and he invited all his friends to come see it.
This is my Citizen Kane. This is my 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Yeah, he says this is the one they will remember me for, which is, I guess, is technically true because I'm never gonna forget about Wolf Morrison after this.
Neither have I.
I'll forget about him until you guys bring him up.
Oh.
But yeah, then we just get some dialogue where Wolfula and Wolf Van Helsing are revealed to be brothers.
Which is gross and doesn't make any sense, because isn't Dracula like a couple thousand years old?
800 years old, he said. And when this movie, he was like 800.
But then we got finally...
how the fuck is he his brother then? Was the dad like the original Van Helsing and just was immortal too?
We're asking too many questions.
They do say that he is the original Van Helsing because Robert...
Okay, but
then it does make sense, because why would the guy who hunts vampires help conceive a vampire then?
Maybe he conceived the original vampire, and then after that, like, maybe he was out of control. Fuck this. I'm not giving plot to this shit. Because then he's like, "Oh, yes, shit, you are my papa? Oh, by the way, Mr. Robert Van Helsing brother guy, we have another brother. He's a fucking werewolf. So that's cool, I guess."
But maybe that happens in the sequel.
Also, a mummy who is our sister or whatever. Also, zombies, I guess. And then, yeah, like I said, we get that, like, YouTube sit down.
Well, no, we finally follow up on the Lady 2 becoming immortal thing. Because remember Lady 2? So there is some sort of plot here. There's some sort of closure. Even though it was never developed or focused on or acknowledged.
Imagine at the end of, like, the first Iron Man film, Robert Downey Jr., he's like, I am Iron Man. Oh, yeah, by the way, there's also this guy called the Hulk. He'll be in the sequel. Probably get his own movie. There's this guy named Steve. He died in, like, the 40s or whatever, but we found him in the ice. There's this guy who shoots arrows really good. He'll be in the sequel. Maybe a vampire. I don't know yet.
We might have a crossover at some point.
Yeah, maybe we'll team up. I don't know. Doesn't seem likely.
I know we're joking about this, but I would actually really love if Iron Man ended that way. With, like, just Robert Downey Jr. breaking character and just, like, spoiling what was going to happen in the future.
So, guys, how would you feel about an Avengers? We're probably going to do it. We'll see if the money comes together.
We'll see if this small
see how Disney feels.
We're making does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The villain probably be some British guy.
Yeah.
Like always.
Yeah.
Because as we know, the British are truly evil.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We can't get over the British war.
Yeah.
Can't get over it.
Or just them people, the personalities in general.
Yeah, but after he hypes us up for the sequel, which at the time when I first watched this wasn't up on YouTube, but Ethan, you told me this morning that it's apparently up there now, or it's up somewhere.
Yeah,
so...
I looked. Well, it's on his channel. I actually looked through this because I forgot it's actually uploaded on his channel. I'm like, okay, I didn't know that. Because I actually paid attention this time to who I uploaded it. I'm like, okay, it's the man himself. And like all of his movies are on there, so we could have done a double feature of like this and the second one. We got
is it actually him, yeah. Or is it his brother pretending to be him?
It is like it's footage of him performing live music, like him like talking to the camera and whatnot. Like it's him.
Is that like maybe that's the werewolf him?
Maybe. I don't know. There's no telling.
That's why his name's Wolf.
But even then, I don't know why. Like. Because I skimmed through the second one and like the quality, like it looks better. It's like it wasn't like you said, it didn't look like a porn. I just like when I would like there's actually clarity to it. It looks kind of clear.
He's filming on his Nokia now.
Look like it was filmed on a potato.
Yeah, but he uploaded the second one first before this one, which I don't know why he did that.
Oh, he did the old Netflix, did he?
Yeah, he saw how Netflix got engagement and just said, I can do that.
I never understood that. It was just like, we have the rights to the sequel. We'll just throw that up.
Oh, yeah, I guess so, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we do get some bloopers, and that's about it.
Wow, we're at the end of the movie, Jesus Christ.
So yeah, final thoughts on Vampire City, guys?
I'll give credit where credit is due. It was 2009. He's not in America. He's doing his best with what he can. His ambition definitely got ahead of capabilities and acting capabilities. However, there were some funny moments and lines. Mm-hmm. I don't hate it. Something like a 2025, it's not good. Most I can say about it.
But it's not like offensive or anything.
No, not really. Like maybe some nudity would have been nice. Like I don't know.
That's another tag.
You got
a poster. Maybe some nudity.
Some nudity would have been nice.
I
know that would affect your delicate sensibilities, Sod, but.
I don't have a problem with nudity. I just have a problem with...
Bro, you soft, dude.
I have a problem with gross pizza people.
I wish we could bring this meme to the channel, but we can't, and it makes me sad.
Oh, yeah, the sausage, yeah.
Yeah, the sausage on pizza. Because we live in a world of prudes.
I love that guy.
And self-righteous beings. One day, maybe We'll get on Vimeo. Maybe they'll allow it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we could be
We'll review the whole thing.
Yeah, it'll be.
So your rating?
1 out of 5, I suppose.
All right.
Like that whole Arnold Schwarzenegger brain just. I did have it at 2, and then I was like, oh yes, the brain, 1 star.
Oh wow. I mean, Wolf Morrison, he's a creature of love, and he put himself out there to the people. And like, I exposed this film to Saw because it felt like it's something like he had to see in his life, and he could thank me later for this.
I mean, I do.
Wonderful creation. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. So you can link the video if people want to watch it, because obviously not many. I imagine not too many people besides people in Austria haven't really seen it. So watch this little weird, odd creation yourself, and maybe you can get something out of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Form your own opinion on it.
I mean, that's how it should always be.
Don't take us as gospel on things, especially Sod.
Like 1.5 out of 5 for me, because like there are times I do laugh. Like the "I'm to My Sex Appeal" song, like that song, I don't know what it does to me. It just makes me feel like I'm alive. I don't know what's about it. Yeah. You go ahead, son.
Okay, like as I said before, like I would have found this like really cute and endearing if like a small child made it, or like a child and his friends were just like goofing around, messing around with a camera. Like that would have like made this like, at least you would have had like proper context of like what this was. But the fact that like a grown man made this, it just makes you wonder if like, is he alright? Like it adds,
is he all there?
Yeah, is he all there? Like it adds like a whole like new like level of like, I don't know, dimension to the whole movie. Because, like, watching this movie, it's a slog. It's a massive slog. It can feel like 3 hours. But at the same time, it's so endlessly fascinating just because of this leading guy.
Mm-hmm.
There might be also a little bit of a cultural divide.
Maybe that. I don't know. But yeah, I would recommend it maybe. I'm still going to give it like 1 star because it's not good at all, but maybe give it a watch just so you can have an experience.
Yeah, I want more people to see that. That's why I exposed it to you, because I want more people to like know or see this movie. Yeah. So Wolf Morrison, I'm doing you a good favor here because I love you. I don't care what anybody else says.
He does have comments turned off on the video, so
yeah, I checked that. I was disappointed. I was going to comment.
I was going to leave a little comment.
Yeah, saying just the Sex Appeal song and Vampire Queen. Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, you made a thing, which is more than we can say about ourselves, I guess.
I mean, we make things like maybe every 2 months.
Yeah.
Or like what we're doing right now, we're making something right now.
I've made music, so I don't know what you're on about.
Okay.
I'm talking about the podcast. What we're doing right now.
I'm talking to Sod, not you.
Oh, I was about to say, good.
He said we haven't done anything. I was like, well, your channel speaks for yourself.
Oh.
Okay.
I'll have you know that I pissed off the entire population of Brazil.
Okay, that is definitely something. Sorry, I take that comment back.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's that.
That's the show.
Nothing else like a release.
Your corn dog rating.
Oh yeah.
Put that up.
I'll get a picture for you, but I couldn't take one today because there were no more corn dogs in the freezer, unfortunately. But more will happen.
You didn't have his corn dog stocks up for the show. What the fuck?
I know.
You try to start something new for the show, and it peters out after one episode.
No,
we didn't even reveal the average rating as well. Oops.
Oh.
Untouched corn dog.
I think it would just be 1 star.
Okay, yeah.
It would be the average. That's how averages work.
We all gave it 1 star. No, wait, Ethan gave it a star.
No, he gave it 1.5, so
1.5.
we both gave it 1, so it would just be 1 star overall.
All right, sure.
Yeah. And my corn dog rating is an untouched corn dog. So there's your rating of that.
Unsullied dog.
But we still
fresh out of the
We
microwave.
still recommend the movie though.
Yeah.
So how do we build a movie that we don't like, but we still would recommend?
Like I said, make your own determinations about it. Watch the first 5 minutes.
I would say watch the first 10 minutes just so you're sure.
Or just the whole movie.
Yeah, just so you're sure.
Watch it on your phone.
No, not that. we don't promote that nonsense here.
You'll join such great film cinema, such as the Fast and the Furious franchise.
Okay, all right, bye, people. That's all. I'm done for now.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
We won't see you next time. I'll say the word.
I'm Ethan. I fucking hate cargo.
Yeah, I don't get cargo vroom vroom. Yeah, I do not care. Fuck Vin Diesel and Paul Walker. I don't care about either of them.
Father.